Evan right here playing Farming Simulator 22 on Genesee County, New York. Our Rags to Riches series here, and our final, oh wait, maybe not our final episode, because I mean, we just started this big harvest time. We might have to go into next, no, never mind. We are finally on to the last episode here on this map, Evan. Next week, again, we'll be starting on a brand new map. You folks have to wait and see what that map is going to be here yet. With that being said, Evan, at least on the Genesee County, New York map here today, we are working on a large cotton harvest, which we will probably not finish. In fact, I can definitively say, you can look right down at the time, that we will not finish that here this episode or for this series. Between episodes, Evan, I did actually do a live stream on this map here. Figured it was, high time to maybe do one, and that's when we picked up this contract here. It was a $64,000 contract or something like that. It's not a super high, yeah, $64,000. Not a super high dollar one, although by the time we're all said and done, it says we should make $159,000 off it, so that's not too bad. I will definitely take that. Profit per minute, $370. Now, when I took this contract, Evan, I literally took the contract and forgot to borrow the equipment. So, the cotton harvesters you see running here are cotton harvesters I actually bought. We actually own these. We are running our own cotton harvesters here. Now, I don't have nothing to pick up the cotton bales with yet. We might have to address that here this episode, although we're not probably going to have a whole lot of cotton bales. In fact, looking at the field here, looks like I'm seeing 4. I think I'm only seeing 4 bales if I'm not mistaken. They're just looking at the map. Looks like the harvesters have finished the headland here. We're down to 2 hours and 40 minutes remaining. For those of you who watch the live stream here, let's see, that would be going back to Wednesday? Yes, Wednesday. We live streamed on this map here Wednesday, Evan. When we started the harvesters, they had 3 hours and 40 minutes. So, yeah, we've taken an hour of time off here so far, and that's just doing the headlands. So now we're starting to go up and down the field here. And again, I'm not entirely sure how accurate Courseplay is with these numbers. At least in the past, Courseplay was usually always pretty close. The only thing was when it came to harvesting everyone, Courseplay did not factor in any unload time in, so it's just like straight time for running, right? So once you factor in the unload time, at least for harvesting, I always figure double that number, because you're gonna have to unload, you're gonna have to wait for whatever vehicle's doing the unloading to unload. It's, yeah. But for just straight going up and down the field, which cotton harvesters should be doing for the most part, I think there's not really any unloading time per se, so that time should be pretty close. Cultivating, plowing, those type usually always pretty close here as well. And just out of curiosity, if we go back to the contract screen, any other good contracts? It doesn't look like it. A couple of smaller ones again. Another cotton one there. What I could have done is I could have just gone and borrowed the equipment for these and then used them on this field. That probably would have been a good idea, but oh well. That's not what I did. We went and bought our own equipment. So we had enough money to buy the one harvester, by the way. And then what I ended up doing was I borrowed another $500,000 to buy the second harvester. So this field just nah, I want to run 2 harvesters on this. So this field is too big for one harvester, I felt. So yeah, for those who are wondering, all that money we have, that's where it all went to. Speaking of the money, by the way, and the equipment, maybe with the exception of the cotton harvesters, we'll see once here. Well, actually, you know what? Maybe we can take the cotton harvesters. We'll see once. We'll have to see once, Evan. But we'll probably be taking our money and our equipment to the next map, at least as much as possible. There are actually ways, for those of you wondering, of actually transferring equipment from one map to the other. There's some sneaky ways you can do it, so we can actually take our literal equipment here and bring it over if we want to. I don't know if I will get to that level of detail here or not. We'll see once, but just FYI, there are ways of doing that. Not saying they're necessarily good ways or easy ways, but there are ways. Gotta say, this is kind of nice, easy harvesting here. Just, yeah, don't have to worry about unloading. Just keep on going. And of course, if you do have to unload, it's not like you gotta go wait for the truck and trailer to come get you. You just unload right there. Which actually, speaking of unloading right there, I should probably go move this cotton bale here, because that looks like it's probably going to be in the way here eventually. Actually, maybe we should now look at getting a trailer here so we can actually start picking these up. The sell point, I don't know if you've seen that on the map already, is literally the sell barn, right at the corner of this field. So it's perfect. Wow. How often does that happen, right? Where the sell point is right by the field. Oh, and I just noticed too, we're like 37% finished with the field already. We've only done the headlands, Evan. 37%. So I think it was 3 passes. If I remember correctly, I did 3 passes on the headland here, everyone. Those 3 passes equaled 30. Well, we've already started going up and down, but yeah, that little bit of corner there probably doesn't add up. But 35%, we'll say. 35% of the field was the headlands. That number always impresses me. Or just like, really? Wow. That much of the field is headlands. Anyway, let's do a little shopping, everyone. We need a trailer to haul these with, so Cotton Technology. I don't think I have much in the way of modded ones. Actually, you know what? Maybe I do if I went to... It's probably going to be under baling technology, I bet. Bale loaders. I wonder if any of the bale loaders here haul cotton. Maybe not. Or that under maybe miscellaneous. We might have some trailers too. I'm not sure. Like I said, I don't think I have much in the way of modded. That doesn't look like I have much at all, in fact. Yeah, square bales, round bales. Oh, actually, you know what? Auto load cotton square, huh? Wonder how many it holds. I'm kind of curious. I'm thinking maybe we'll at least give this a try here. This goes on a truck, I presume. Auto loading square cotton bales. Yes, that is the one we want. Lizard wheel setup. Yeah, that should all be good. Rear hitch, huh? Yeah, let's go with it. Give that a try, just for the fun of it. Let's see what's here. We want to go to the shop here. Let's grab a truck. Not the noisy one, though. We'll just grab the in-game one here. Of the trucks I have, the in-game one, to be honest, is probably one of the better trucks here. The 2 modded trucks there, the black and the white one. Nothing particularly wrong with them, except I think something is set up wrong with their drivetrain. You always have to run them trucks with like all the diff locks and front wheel drive turned on. Otherwise, they like to just slip and spin all over the place. They don't make it nowhere. And then, of course, the other red truck, well, that is the like loud, obnoxious one that can't hear yourself think over. That being said, the other red one is probably the nicer looking truck of the bunch, I would say. Very, very nice truck. I would just say, yeah, the sound on it, it's a little overpowering. Just a little bit. Anyway, let's head over to the field, Evan. See how this works for picking up cotton bales. I don't know, does it hold 1, 2? No idea. I know the other in-game trailer holds 2, so if this holds 2, it's going to be the same thing then. Oh, and of course, by the way, Evan, we'll be getting to the information here a little bit in this episode as well. I want to go through the statistics here, if you will, and see once how many, I think it has how many contracts we've done. I'm pretty sure that's on that screen. At least I hope it is anyway, because I definitely want to see how many contracts we've finished here. And then all the other fields worked and fertilizer usage and seed usage. We'll have to go through all that information, Evan. Something I always like to do on the last episode, just to see once how much we've actually done. And, of course, something to keep in mind on this map, Evan, is we've actually bought and filled up all our own seed and fertilizer and lime and all that good stuff here this time around. A lot of times, Evan, I rely on the hired workers just to, like, auto-fill it, right? And I don't bother buying it, but we've been buying all of it just because it is cheaper, especially with the contracts here. And as I've found out on this map, Evan, it is considerably cheaper because Giants, in their infinite wisdom, have made buying bulk products like 5 times more expensive than just buying it in the totes. Like, I don't know on what planet Giants thinks that's reasonable, but apparently not on the planet I live on, that's for sure. I have not taken the time yet. I still want to look and see if I can still modify that one silo. I want to see if we can like reduce the price on it somehow. I'm assuming it's probably just using Giants pricing, so maybe it's not the easiest to change. I don't know. It definitely seems like that is very much a necessary change that absolutely needs to happen. In fact, everyone, what we need is a mod that maybe just takes Giants prices. I don't know. Maybe there's a mod out there already. I should maybe go look. Anyone know of a mod that just takes Giants prices and like slashes them in quarter or fifth? Okay, do we got to turn something on for this to work? Unfold the ramp. No. Doesn't say so, but if you push B, it turns it on. Cool. Looks like it's going to hold 2, maybe 3. Unless it double stacks them, which I don't know about that one. I mean, that might be a little ridiculous. I guess we'll find out here what mod author set this up for. I think it looks like there's at least room for 3. Oh, actually, you know what? If I would have paid attention, I have one. No comment on that one. If I would have paid attention down here, it does say 66%. So we are a third full. So yes, that's going to hold 3 bales, which, hey, that's better than the in-game trailer, if you ask me, Evan. The in-game trailer, again, only holds 2, so we're getting 3. Speaking of 3, oh, yeah, there it is. I thought there was one more on the field. Right up there. Gotten 2 bales, I'm presumed, from each harvester so far. Takes a while for these to fill up. I mean, they're, what, 20,000 liter bales, I think? Yeah, 20,000. Or actually, in this case, Evan, using the conversion mod there, it's counting them in pieces. Not exactly sure how that works out, but whatever. I think at least counting in tons or pounds or something, not pieces, but nah. Unit convert light. I believe that's what it is. The unit convert light mod. I'm not sure why they call it the light mod, and when I say light, like as in it doesn't have all the features that the previous versions of this mod have had. I don't know if there's a way to go in and like change the units. I know back in previous versions, Farming Simulator 19 of one, you had like a whole config screen. You could go in and, okay, for this one you want this, and for that one you want this to be in pounds, and this one you want this one to be in tons, and this one you want to be in, bushels, and so on and so forth. You could change all those units. I don't know if you can do that here with the current one or not, but and this should work nicely for unloading here too. I've always had trouble with this sell point here because a lot of times we're doing the round bales. At least if I can get this lined up in here, that might be the only tricky part here. And this, I know someone mentioned here last time we were doing this, like, how come you don't come in this way into this sell point? Well, it's because you got those poles there and that pole there. That's why I'm not driving this way typically, at least with my AI workers, into the sell point. Is there a button we got to push to unload? It doesn't say there is. You? Why? I seen something change there. Yep, Y, okay. Looks like you just gotta push Y a couple times and then it unloads. Sure be nice if it actually, like, show that on the help screen. Just saying. Just saying. 12% transport, 18% transport, wow. That is 3 bales so far. Looks like each bale's 6%, so... what is that gonna be? Like, 17 bales or so, somewhere in that neighborhood. 17, 18 bales, I think, if I did the math correctly on that one. And I don't know if it's exactly 6% either. Is it 5.5% or is it 6.5%? No idea. Ooh, speaking of bales, there's another one right there. We'll go grab that one. And I presume that means the other one's got to be close to having another bale here as well, then. Okay, B to unload. Yep, perfect. Be nice if you could see the status of the unloading information on here, but I guess someone deemed it was not important enough to show that on the help screen, so, yeah, well. That actually brings up an interesting point. Anyone else notice, or is it just me? A lot of times, everyone, certain, at least what I would consider to be somewhat important commands are not being shown in the help screen here. Like, be nice to see the keys we need to press here for auto-loading this. I'm just guessing in this case, Evan, that it's following the normal keys, and it is. Looks like it's, B to turn on the auto-load and Y to unload. That's kind of your typical standard keys for most of them. So it is following that. Just, it would be nice if that would show it up here. Same thing goes for like opening covers on planters, which we never did figure that out on the other planter we have over there. We never were able to open the covers and use our seed tender on it. Sore subject. Let's see. I know there's some other stuff here as well. Oh, like covers on some of our trailers, I think. A lot of times the game does not... Oh, speaking of bales oven, there we go. Got one right there. Yeah, I don't think Horseplay takes in the time to unload this. Now, mind, it's only... a few seconds probably to unload, but still, I don't think the game actually counts that time. Thank you very much. We'll go deliver these, and that should put us up to, let's see, we're up to 18%, 36% now, right? Well over a third of the way or a third of the way delivered then, which actually would make sense because we're like a third of the way harvested. Actually, more than a third of the way. We're 43% already. Wow. Again, no way we're going to finish this episode of one. So like I said, we'll have to just do another whole week's worth of episodes to finish these up, right? Nah, we'll just not finish this one. That's probably what's going to happen. Or I might finish it off camera, just not, you know, on camera here. That's probably what'll happen. Okay, we push Y a couple of times here. Yep, we gotta push it twice. And you see the bales kind of like sat down on the trail a little bit more there. 36%, look at that. Not too shabby. A little bit easier driving in the shed from that direction there, if you ask me. Okay, let's go park the truck back over there, and I think it's time we go look at the statistics screen, Evan. See once how many acres we've worked, how much fertilizer we've had, and the one I'm most curious about, to be honest, Evan, is how many contracts we've worked. Actually, out of curiosity, you folks, how many contracts do you folks think we've done on this map so far? How many contracts have we done? And again, we've done all contract work. I mean, we have not done any of our own. We don't own any of our own fields. Technically, again, we do own some land, Evan, because the road is owned by us. Like all the roads and blank land is owned by us. Again, when we started this, Evan, we started this series from absolutely nothing. So for those of you who remember episode 1, we started with $0, 0 equipment, and I'm going to say 0 land, Evan. I know it's not quite technically true. We did technically start with land. Not any farmable land, though we could have made it farmable, I guess, if we wanted to. We technically don't own any farmable land. And I did try to sell the road network, Evan, but it does not let you sell it. So I didn't want to try to, you know, go through and make it so we could. It's like, we'll just keep owning it. We'll own it. It's not like it's farmable or anything. So, yeah, not a big deal, I didn't think. But so technically, I'm calling this our rags to riches because we started with absolutely nothing. $0, 0 equipment, 0 land. And of course, when you do that, you got to start with contracts, making money. And I don't know about you folks, I think we've done quite well here in the last, what are we up to? Episode 70, right? I think this is episode 70. I mean, don't quote me on that number. I don't pay super close attention to the numbers, so, but I think this is episode 70 we're up to here. And I don't know about you folks, I've rather enjoyed this. Highly recommend trying this gameplay style if you haven't done so already yourselves. Everyone, just start from absolutely nothing, or start with a little bit of equipment too, I guess, if you want to, but just pick a good map and just do contracts on it. It's kind of a fun little different way of doing things. You don't have to worry about owning your own land. You know, you get some missing spots here in the field. Yeah, it doesn't matter either, because again, when it comes to the contracts, I don't know what the percentage is. I'm 95%. I'm just picking a number there. I'm 95% you have to have finished, something like that. So again, just a completely different way of playing, a little bit different, and a lot of fun, if you ask me. So anyway, let's head over to the statistics screen, Evan, and see once what we got here. And we'll just kind of go through the numbers. So worked hectares. Not sure why it says AC. Worked hectares. We have worked 2,636 hectares. Cultivated 1,255 hectares. Plowed, I was going to say, Evan, we have not done much in the way of plowing here on this map. Plowing is turned on, but we have not done much. We've sown, wow, actually the plowing and sowing is actually pretty close. I wouldn't have guessed that one. It sure felt like we did a lot more planting than we did plowing. I can only remember, what, maybe 3 or 4? We've probably done maybe half a dozen. Maybe half a dozen plowing contracts, somewhere in there. Sprayed, 210. It's interesting, sprayed. I don't remember doing any spraying on this map. We never did own a sprayer, I don't think, did we? That's maybe back in the early days or something when we were releasing stuff, yeah. Harvested hectares, almost 1,000. Almost 1,000, 979. We have not harvested any olives or grapes. Work time, 101. Is that, I was going to say, is that how much time we have on the map? That seems a little low. Only 100, oh, okay, here we go. Over here, I'm 355 hours on the map. Okay, that seems a little more reasonable. Work time, 101. Cultivating time, 30 hours? That's going to be 30 hours, not minutes. Yeah, 30 hours and 2 minutes. Plowing time, 7 hours. Wow. Sowing time, 1 hour and 31 minutes. That is interesting. So, if you go up here, having like our plowing, 86, planting, 94. So we planted just a little bit more than we did plowing. But if you look at the time difference there, 7 hours plowing, 1 hour planting. That actually seems a little low. I'm pretty sure we did more planting than that. But maybe not. Maybe not. Spraying time, 2 hours, 24. Oh, going back to the plowing and planting time, too, just gives you an idea of the size difference between the planters and the plows, right? Harvesting time, 145 hours, and I'm sure that's probably going up because we are working on harvesting cotton right now. Driving distance, we have driven 407 miles. That seems a little underwhelming. We have used 39,000, almost 40,000 liters of fuel. 40,000 liters of fuel. Seed usage, we have done 9,494. Wow, that's kind of weird. Fertilizer, though, 23,000. That is definitely not right. That is not right. That is not even close to being right. Okay, I don't know where Giants gets these numbers from, everyone, but that is so far off, that's not even funny, because I have filled up our silo system multiple times, and every time I fill it up, everyone, we're putting in 100,000 liters. So I can definitively say that fertilizer usage in liters, according to this, is very, very wrong. It is definitely like missing a 0 or 2. So I'm not sure where Giants gets that number from, Evan. I'm not sure I can trust any of these numbers now. I mean, the fuel usage probably isn't too far off. That seems reasonable enough to me, but I don't know how Giants is calculating that fertilizer usage, but that is very, very, very incorrect. Okay, bales produced. We have produced 131 bales. Probably cotton bales, because I don't think we've done any other bales, actually. Yeah, it does count cotton bales as bales produced, because we got 4 right there. So that's got to be all cotton bales, anyone. Like I said, I don't think we've done any like actual hay or straw bales. Again, we were going to do some contracts for that one, but it never worked out. We could not get that part to work. So something just, didn't seem to be working on that part. Okay, next number, then the one I'm kind of looking forward to, Evan. Missions completed. We have completed 179. That's actually fewer than I thought. I thought that number was going to be larger. I've 179 completed missions, or contracts, or missions, I guess. It's interesting here when they still call it contracts. So they've changed it. It used to always be called missions in previous versions of the game, but now they call it contracts. I guess they just have not updated this screen here yet to reflect their new naming scheme of calling them contracts instead of missions. So anyway, missions, 179 completed ones. Once we finish this one, we'll have 180. Seems like a good number to end at. And we have played 23 years. That also is very much incorrect. That is like very, very incorrect. We've probably played, I'm guessing somewhere between 3 and 5 is my guess. 5 at the high, 3 at the low. That's my theory. I could be wrong in that one. I'm not sure how many years we've technically played, but it has not been 23, so I don't know where that number comes from. That is also a number that is very much incorrect, along with the fertilizer number. Like, I'm double-checking this number just to make sure I'm not, like, reading this wrong. 23,503. Now, if it's 2.3 million, that sounds a little high. I don't think we've used 2.3 million either, but I know we've used more than 23, because like I said, I've filled that silo system up multiple times. I've won, and there's definitely been more than 23,000. There's even 230,000 would be low. I'm betting if you doubled that number at least, maybe tripled that number, at least 500,000 liters of fertilizer, at least. We've put some fertilizer through our, unless that's, no, that doesn't even make sense. I was going to say, unless it's counting just the fertilizer we put through our own equipment that we own, but that doesn't make sense either, because ever since we've owned our equipment, I've had that silo system, and we've been buying fertilizers, so that doesn't make sense either. Not sure how that works out. And, of course, as you folks have seen, too, when it comes to the fertilizing, everyone, I have been cheating in money like crazy when it comes to that. I've basically taken the amount it would cost us in totes and equaling that out with what it costs us from the silo system. Because again, if we buy it from the silo system, it's like 5 times the price or something like that. I forget the exact conversion there, but yeah, basically, if we buy it through the silo system, everyone's going to bankrupt us. In fact, the contracts won't even be worth doing from the math I've done in the past here in past videos. Like, yeah, you do not want to buy your fertilizer in bulk if you're doing contracts. I'm just a little word to the wise there on that one. Do not buy your fertilizer in bulk if you're doing contracts. You will be making almost no money. If you even make money, you will not be making much. So you absolutely need to buy it in the totes, or you need to buy it at the tote pricing, is what I've kind of tried to get on this map. I want to buy it at the tote pricing. So yes, we buy it at the price the silo sells it to us, but then I cheat in the difference for what the tote would cost us, which is, you know, several $100,000, right? And of course, you got your little F12 menu that really makes that nice, easy. Also makes it easy for taking away money too, which is how we started this series, by the way, with zero money again. Well, anyway, I think that's going to about do it here for this map. I hope folks have enjoyed the Genesee County, New York series here. Again, a little bit different play style. I've really enjoyed the map. Highly recommend checking it out here, by the way. Oh, and speaking of which, I was chatting last night here with the map author here, Jay Dunn. He was on the live stream here last night. Sounds like in the next couple of weeks, there's a big revision for the map coming out. I'm not sure. I don't think he mentioned what all the changes were, but sounds like there's some new trees. He's redone some of the tree layouts, stuff like that. I know myself, I've always seen a few trees in a few fields here and there. Even was it last episode, I think it was, we had some trees in that soybean field we were harvesting there. So it sounds like he's gone through, redone all the trees. I asked him too in the live stream, like, hey, can you smooth out the shop area? Because that shop area is a little rough here in a few spots. I'm not sure what's up with that. I don't know if that'll happen or not. That's not a really big deal per se, but so yeah, big update coming out for this map here in the next couple of weeks, it sounds like. So again, you can check this map out. Link is down below in the description. He did also say that this map is available at the Papa Smurf modding, so that's another reputable website for getting mods there as well. So again, the American Style modding website, link down below in the description of this video. Just keep in mind, if you download it from the American Style modding website, you do need to have an account with them. That account is free, and it is free to download. You need to have an account and sign up and log in, and once you're logged in, you'll get the download link. And again, that is all free, just you have to have a download link, or have to have an account. I'm not sure if that applies to Papa Smurf modding. I don't have a download link for them, but again, just going from what the mod author said, it is available on the Papa Smurf modding website. Anyway, with that, I think we're going to wrap this series up. You folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them down below. And again, make sure you stay tuned here for next week for the brand new map. And again, the brand new map, I know it'll probably just more of a classic playthrough here. We'll own our own equipment. And when I say own we're going to take this equipment here, and we'll head over to the next map. So with that, thanks for watching, and till next time.